We're gonna put in the X13 replacement motor today. Got an ice machine I gotta clean, an exhaust fan to work at, and a bar unit so far. And we'll see where we get from there. Oh, turn it up. That's Skinnered, man. Let's go get some coffee and get this day started, huh? All right, you guys, let's get out there. Place the ECM motor on the Bryant heat pump. I got this one, the Mars Azure 10861. It'll do between a 1/2 horse and a 1 horsepower. Either voltage, 5-speed, reversible. It's kind of like a little rescue motor for Mars. We'll see how this one works out. Shout out to Felipe Tafoya. He turned me on to US Motors makes rescue motors for these. They'll have the same exact hookups for the carriers. Those will have a specific part number per horsepower. So you got to buy 1/2 horsepower or specifically 3/4 horsepower, or specifically 1 horsepower. I went with this one just because it's a little more versatile and I want to see how it works out. It's almost like a science project. There's a little more. So from 1/5 to 1/2 horsepower is model number 10860. And from 1/2 through 1 horsepower is this motor right here, the 10861 from Mars. So we'll get into it and see how it does. Up the box, you're gonna get some cardboard, bunch of wire terminals here that we'll go through. We'll get to the literature, and oh, this is a neat feature. This is a outboard surge protector that's replaceable right here. So you see that, the pins? This is a part number from Mars you can get. So this surge protector here can take a whooping. Then you change it out with these Molex connectors, and it has a little more protection for your module. And we'll get into that too. So I got comes with a nice bunch of literature here. And this is the quick reference guide. We can just go right from the start. You can see on the motor there's some jumpers and wires and connectors here, along with our surge protector. Blowing. So right off the start, you want to set your motor voltage 230 volts with red jumper open. 115 red jumper closed. So that's these two red jumper wires right here. We're going to leave those open. Number 2 is set your motor counterclockwise lead end, white jumper open, clockwise, white jumper closed. And I'm pretty sure that's clockwise over there, so I'm going to connect these two right here. You can see it's just a female and a male connector on the white jumpers. That's your rotation. Number 3 on here is set mode of operation. X13 with the blue jumper open, or a PSC with the blue jumper connected. So it comes defaulted with the jumper connected, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. I'll get 2 hands. Jumper open, so I'm set up for X13. Voltage is the red wires, rotation is the white wires, and the blue jumper is your mode. PSC motor or X13. All right, the next step says remove the green, yellow, and white power lead from your Azure motor. Mine already came disconnected from the factory. That's this one. And then it says plug the factory power harness into the Azure, which will be this. And it's going to match up with the same colors. You're going to see that right there. Those are going to be your speed taps. We're going to plug that in. Number 3. Connect the brown and white auto sizing harness to your system's 24-volt common. This is a temporary connection for auto sizing the motor. Wire connector right here, and it's going to plug in on your Azure motor right here, just like that. This is a temporary connection for auto sizing. It's going to go common and then 24 volts. Motor yet, but after you do that, it says apply power to your HVAC system. Make certain to close all blower housings and open all supplies and returns. Also make certain the air filter is clean. Motor will run for approximately 2 minutes and stop to indicate the auto sizing process is complete. When the motor comes to a complete stop, remove the power. Note, motor must come to a complete stop before power is removed, or the motor may not accept the program. Then we're going to disconnect the brown and white wire for the auto sizing. We're going to connect our 24-volt speed taps as desired from the thermostat board for heat or cool. And we're going to apply power to the system and test it for operating, including airflow. So that's the quick reference on that. And I'm going to get to the nuts and bolts over here, and then we'll get into running it. There's also this reference on the back side, a little schematic action with the numbers indicating what was on the flip side. And then here's your speed taps per color. At one part, I got ahead of myself on from the quick guide. This piece was left over, and I found it on the instructions. This is your X13 PC board. And when you get into the more detailed instructions, this piece actually goes in between right here. So we got to get this hooked up right here. I'll do that real quick and I'll show you. The wiring's a bit of a mess, but then it already is from Carrier anyways. Let me scoot back so y'all can see that. The main power leads, the OEM will match up onto the power plug for the Azure motor right here, with the common starting on this end, which the brown wire is the common on our factory one. Let me get that set up and snapped in. So that'll just plug right into that pin. All you got left is your speed taps here, and we have our speed taps coming in right here. So make that happen. Our self-check, now we got it up and running. I'm waiting for the time delay to time out for the compressor to bring it on. We can check CFM with a hot wire anemometer, or we could also put the measure quick on there and check it too. And we can check our airflow, make sure we're getting the right CFM on this unit. Pretty simple change out and install with that little motor. Not too bad. Get the CFM you're looking for. There is an auto tuner available through Mars for these motors to where you can program them. Simple install, it's no big deal. Read the instructions. It does as it's advertised what it's supposed to do. The price on this, you can get it from your wholesaler or even from Amazon.com, like $239 for that motor. The US Motors Rescue motor might be a couple bucks more, but they're all comparable for a good replacement X13 motor in a pinch, if you want to keep it that way for your customer. These guys are going to get some cooling downstairs. They don't ever use the heat on this thing. They only use the cooling here. I hope that helped. Just a quick basic overview of the Mars Azure 10861. That's the 1/2 horsepower through 1 horsepower replacement motor.